welcome back or
Yeah, welcome
if you're
back.
new, I need to really just say one thing and not the other. I'm just going on
Yeah.
on a tangent now. Welcome back to the Buddy Talk
Hi guys.
podcast. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Obviously, this is
I'm
not on Spotify at the moment because we haven't done that in ages.
here in the audio. It's the audio. It's
It's the
my
audio.
audio.
When we get back to normal, if it ever happens, it will be on Spotify
Yep.
again. That's my promise from
Today.
the deepest parts of my heart. But I think, there's a lot of YouTube exclusive podcasts, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I could name any, but there's a few.
Few.
When did we last record? God, what? Was it a week ago or 2
I don't know.
weeks? I can't remember.
It might have been. I think it was 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were meant to film last week.
We were meant to film last week, but I had things to do.
Yes.
So
Very, very unfortunate.
very unfortunate. My background today is a picture of me as a child. It's not a random child, because
Really?
that would be weird.
Yeah.
Some random
Some
kid
random child
sticking his
playing
tongue out.
table football.
Yeah. Is it table football or is it foosball?
I think foosball is the American term.
Why do they call it foosball? What is when? I mean, you're not foosing the ball, are you? Is that what the movement's called?
I don't
Is
know.
it called
Is
a
it like
foos?
a mangled version of football?
Mangled football? That's what we'll call it from now
It's
on.
like a mangled word. It doesn't sound real.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, I chose that today because why not?
My background is still my bookshelf
So got your zebra/zebra, whatever it's called.
and a frog. No, riding the zebra.
Riding the zebra. Okay.
Yep. Soon
Yeah.
it's just going to be a wall of many, many things.
It's just like loads of just animals on top of an animal on top of an animal on top of an animal. So many.
Great.
Would be great. What have you been doing, Josh, since
Um,
last recording? Anything interesting?
I have. I've been watching movies. I have been.
You've been watching. Wait, we're going to talk about movies on a movie podcast. Whoa.
Really? Whoa! I have been playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I've been writing, but not much.
What are
Only
you
in the
writing?
last few
Just
days.
writing books? You're writing poems?
It is fiction. I'm not sure where it's going to go. I'm just trying to write to keep it going.
Fair enough.
I ordered a video game that is
Ooh,
coming
what
in a
video
few
game
days.
Did you order?
Shadow of the Colossus
Ooh, I've
for the
played that.
PS3.
Oh, well,
So it's like-
I've been playing Persona 5 on the PS3 recently, so
Ooh.
old
And
gen's
it's
fun.
also got Ico in it,
Oh yeah,
which is by the same people. Yeah, I think it's just ported from the PS2 though.
Yeah,
so
this is a PS2 port. The remaster's on PlayStation
PS4,
4, I
isn't
think,
it? Yeah.
But yeah, it's a
I'm
good
sure
game.
it'd still be good though.
It's a good game.
It looks very atmospheric.
Yeah, it's very emotional as well, if I remember rightly.
Oh, cannot wait.
Cannot wait. Just thinking, what
I
have I
haven't
been-
read.
You've read?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't read? Oh boy.
So please, no book section.
What if I've been reading? I mean, I haven't, but what if I have?
Yeah, but you haven't. So
Yeah, I don't think I. The only things I read is the dates on food, just see if it's out of date. When he's eat,
Yeah. The blurb of a movie on Netflix.
just anything apart from an actual book. Like,
Yep.
I was gonna order. I don't know. I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna order some samurai books. Don't know
Oh.
why, but I thought samurai.
Isn't there that new video game about the samurai?
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
get it. It looks really cool.
I want to get it, but I still don't have a PS4.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks cool. Apparently, it's quite good. So.
Yeah, it looks quite good.
See if I can manage to go down to game or something and get it, but we'll see.
Who knows?
But yeah, I was gonna order some samurai books, but then I didn't. It's a cool story, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I was like, why don't I buy a book? But I bought a video game instead.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing. I just spent a week playing Persona 5, and I've got 60 hours into it now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought I was almost
That's-
done. It gets to a point where you're like, oh, what? Finally, it's going to be finished, and then I'm like, oh, doesn't seem like it's ending. And then I looked online, it's like this is a
How long
100-hour
is it?
game, 100 hours.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
I've got 285 hours in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I mean it's really good though. Like it's half life simulator and half JRPG, and I was just
Oh,
like,
I
this
have
is fun.
I have heard of it. So if I've heard of it, it must be
It's
good.
got a very big following. It's basically just an anime, to be honest.
Oh, right.
But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good game. Probably play that later. I want
I'm
to try and
glad.
finish it, but I feel last night I
knows?
felt very drained from playing it.
I
But,
checked the completion time for Shadow of the Colossus. It's like 10 hours. So
that's
that's not going to
bad.
keep me occupied for long.
No, nice.
I mean, it's only like
I mean, a normal game
What?
is about 10 hours, like a normal story-based game,
Yeah.
I'd say.
but there's no like side missions in the game, I don't think.
No.
You just have to fight the
It's literally
Colossi,
just fight the Colossi, yeah.
and that's it. Ride your horse.
I
fight
think
the
they made a
Colossi.
sequel. Didn't they make a semi-sequel to that game, I swear?
Oh, the
Big
Last
dog
Guardian.
one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's not connected. It's just the same developers.
Same
I think.
okay, alright.
And I think that one's similar to Ico. You just have to escape someplace.
Yeah.
Except you have a big monster thing.
Mm. Do you know, I haven't played Animal Crossing in ages, actually, like a week.
I saw you were active on it while I was active on it
Well,
today.
I was testing some recording software on there, but
Mm.
yeah, I literally just the last time I was on it, I was just villager hunting, and I
Mm.
found no one good. So.
Oh, I've got a amiibo card.
Oh, you got an amiibo card. What one you got?
Gale.
Gale. She's on my island.
She will be on my island. It takes 3 days to do it. Did you know?
Really?
You have to invite them 3 times and give them, craft them something each time, and then they're like, okay, I want to come.
Which is completely different to the normal campsite where you literally just keep
Yeah.
asking them to come, and they'll be like, "All right, I give in." I do feel bad.
And
when
you,
I do that, though.
or you have to like play a game, and if you lose, they're like, sorry, Fate
Yeah.
said no.
The most recent person to come to mind was the Wolf Freya, I think is her name.
Yeah.
I haven't.
My
talked
most
to her
recent
at all.
is Harry the Hippo.
Oh, Harry the Hippo.
He has 2 baths in his house,
Why?
and that is it. And a shower head.
Just a shower head. He's basically he
shower
lives in a
head?
wet room, basically.
Yeah, he lives in a bathroom,
Oh
which
my
is amazing.
God. Go have a little
This
bath
is very
parties and-
interesting talk, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting talk. Should we move on to movies?
Yes.
What movies you been watching, Josh? What movies?
I'll do
Movie
a little
time.
speed
Big
run.
movies.
The first film I watched recently was Interview with the Vampire.
Oh,
Has
I know
Tom
of that film.
Cruise.
And Brad Pitt doesn't? Is it Brad Pitt?
yes, yeah, Brad Pitt. He's the main character. Tom Cruise is the villain.
Oh, is he the
It
vampire?
is. They're both vampires.
Oh, they're both vampires. Okay, I see.
It is so gay. They're both like the story is Tom Cruise turns Brad Pitt into a vampire, and then they live together for like 200 years, and then they start having like marriage troubles because Brad Pitt doesn't like eating humans, but Tom Cruise is like, oh, I love it, and then they turn
Just
a
loves
like
it.
they turn a little girl into a vampire because they want a daughter, so they basically have a child to save the marriage.
This is completely not what I thought this film was.
I know. And then they like burn. Well, Brad Pitt and the little girl, they kill Tom Cruise by burning a house down,
Oh, okay.
and then he survives somehow, and then he just keeps appearing, but he's more and more like burned.
Is this
and-
like near the end of the film? Or was this the most of the plot? What's?
The plot, like halfway through, the little girl gets turned into the vampire,
Oh, okay.
and then the second half is them trying to escape from evil Tom Cruise, who just won't die. And then Antonio Banderas is another vampire too, and it's all just these like really pale actors with long hair.
All the actors people's mums like, just in this film, being
Yeah.
vampires.
It was so weird and
I mean-
really dark and depressing as well.
I mean, you made it out to seem like some rom-com.
No, it's not a rom-com. It's really like gruesome.
Is there any actual interviewing with vampires?
Oh yeah, like, the whole thing is Brad Pitt telling the story to someone,
Oh, okay. All right. So this is like
and then
told
like
in
the final
flashback.
like spoilers, the final few moments, the guy's like, I want to become a vampire, and Brad Pitt says no, and like threatens him, and he drives away in his car because he's so scared. And then Tom Cruise appears out of nowhere and kills the guy who's interviewing Brad Pitt. That's the end of the film.
Okay.
And then
How?
straight after I watched that,
Yeah.
I rated like 4 out of 5, and straight after I watched that, I was like, oh, this is so depressing. I gotta watch something like fun. So I watched Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon,
Lovely contrast there.
which is very, very light-hearted and dumb. It's so dumb.
I mean, it's called Farmageddon.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's literally, if you've watched any of the TV series of Shaun the Sheep,
Mm.
there's an episode where they meet an alien, and the movie is just that episode where they meet an
Oh,
alien,
just extended, basically.
but for an hour and a half instead,
Wow. Okay.
and
Is
with a
it
lot
any
more
good?
movie references. It's very well animated, of course.
Yeah. Is it funny?
Story it's funny,
It's funny. Okay.
but it's just it's just a kids film
It's baby film.
basically.
It's baby film.
Yeah, it's not as good as the first one.
I mean, I haven't watched
a
the
bit-
first one yet.
There's a way too much like bad generic pop music in it.
Oh, that's what I had with the Lego Movie too. If you ever get along to watching that.
No,
that
it's
is
not like
another-
electro pop. It's like 2000s, early 2000s pop.
What, like Jason Derulo?
No, like a garage band. It's just weird.
Garage Band. Okay, fair
That's
enough.
the only downside, really.
I mean, I guess that's what the age of Shaun the Sheep was like on CBBC. It was
Yeah,
early 2000s, I guess.
that's a 4 out of 5.
I mean, that's still not
Yeah,
bad. Like,
No, but like, yeah, it's good. I like Aardman. I like stop motion a lot.
Yeah.
I gave it more points just because I like stop,
stop
motion.
motion.
Really.
Yeah. Did you also watch Chicken
Um,
Run?
Yeah, I watched Arrival, The Departed, Ocean's 11, and then Chicken Run after Shaun the Sheep. Not on the same day, just like in the days after. Arrival is obviously good. I've watched it many times.
Yeah.
The Departed was depressing as hell. Ocean's 11 is really good as usual. Just a bit. It's very 2000s humor.
It's
at
very.
points.
This is my dad's favorite movie. This is like
Mm.
we're cool. We got a couple of awesome movie stars doing our
It's
heist.
great actually,
Is Don Cheadle in
like,
that one?
with an awful British accent.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I love Don Cheadle one.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I watched Ocean's 11 and Chicken Run on the same day, by the way.
Wow. I mean, similar movies. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so in a very, very
There's a mission that needs to be done.
tenuous
It's a group
sense.
of wacky characters.
Yeah, they're both from 2000, 2001,
Yeah.
early 2000s. I'll skip the next movie I watched because I want to talk about it a bit more.
Oh, okay.
But I'll watch This Is the End
Oh,
On my-
this is
on my phone by
Yes.
myself.
It's such a phone movie.
Yeah, it was a very good Christian film. It's literally just a bunch of celebrities dealing with the legitimate Christian apocalypse.
And they're just playing themselves.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Cera is really funny in it.
Oh,
For his
it's
in his
Joy the
little cameo.
Juicebox. Makes me laugh every time.
Oh,
It's
It
so
was-
weird, isn't it?
cannot say it was good,
It's
but I
not.
can't say it was bad either.
It's just. I don't even know if it's. Is it fun? It's just a.
It held my attention. I
It-
may have laughed once.
It feels like it's supposed to be an event movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's like, well, we got this is the big comedy of the year. We got everyone
It's
in
like
this.
a victory lap after doing Superbad and Pineapple
Yeah.
Express.
But it's damn like there's a lot of questionable stuff in it though. Like
The ending is just awful, in my opinion.
with the
They
Backstreet
cut the
Boys.
They cut the devil's dick off, go to heaven, and dance with the Backstreet Boys.
It's- I just find the thing I find funniest about it is that Hiccup is in the film.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Yeah. I don't even.
But well, it was made after How to Train Your Dragon,
Yeah.
but they never mention it. Not
what else
once.
has he been in? The Sorcerer's Apprentice, I guess.
I can actually check because the Letterboxd up on my laptop.
Man, I have a love for the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Have you ever watched it, Josh? Nicolas Cage.
I have not
Jay
watched it.
Baruchel, who is Hiccup. It is.
Oh, he's in it.
It's.
He's in Tropic Thunder. He's
I mean,
in
but he's
Million
like-
Dollar Baby.
He's just Hiccup for me. Like.
He's in.
I know
I'm just
that
going
apparently he was gonna play the villain in the, Justice League, in a Justice League movie once.
What?
Where Armie Hammer was gonna be Batman. Um,
He's more of a Superman. He's
I would
in,
even say Green Lantern. Like,
I'm not seeing anything. Night at the Museum 2.
was he in Night at the Museum too?
It's probably a cameo appearance. Letterboxd puts anything.
I mean, I've watched Night at the Museum
He's in
2 a
it.
lot. Like, it's one of my guilty pleasures for some reason. Night
Yeah,
at the
he's
Museum
quite far
2.
down.
Who is he in Night at the Museum
me-
2?
let me check the-
I know, he's in a painting. If anybody's watched Night at the Museum
Okay.
2, he's in a painting. He's a painting man. And Ben Stiller drops his mobile phone. And he's like, hey, you dropped this thingy. Huh? What's this? And then he creates the first phone.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's
So he-
the...
Is that who he plays?
Yeah.
The guy
It's
who
such a
made the
small
telephone?
role. And Jonah Hill's in that film as well. He plays Brundon, the security guard.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, that was the first PG I ever watched.
What, Night at the Museum
Night at the
2?
Museum. Yep.
And what a way to start your PG.
What a way to start, yeah.
So yeah,
Same day I watched The Hangover. I hate it. It's awful. I despise it.
you
It's
despise it.
literally. It gives off the same energy as Grown Ups, except
It's like raunchy. No, even grown up.
it's like racist.
Yeah.
It's just if they went too far in Grown Ups.
Do you know, it's one of those films where teenage boys find it extremely. Teenage boys and dads of teenage boys. It's their film. It's
It's the type of film. It's the first 18 you ever watch.
Yeah.
And it's like, way.
Yes, look at this. He smacked the baby's face with a car door.
It's like Deadpool basically, except worse.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, and I'll be honest. I think maybe because of I was the target audience at the time, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I strangely watched it with my mum.
The only laugh I got out of it was from Senior Chan.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like the bit where he said, "Haha, funny fat man." It got me, and that was it. I was stone faced the entire way.
What's the actor's name? I should know it. Ken Jeong. Ken Jeong.
Yeah,
is
Ken
his
Jeong.
name. I think he's just
My
having a
dad
good time in his films. He's just
My
having a
dad
good time.
complained about it. He's like, "He's not a good actor."
I think,
We were
like,
like halfway
I-
through the film. My dad's like, "He's not a good actor."
I don't think he's a good actor,
Hmm.
but I'll watch him for some reason. Like
He's great as Chan.
he's just very
But that's
high
about
energy.
Yeah.
I swear he was in Endgame at one point as well for some reason.
Oh yeah, as like a cameo.
Yeah, where
He's like a
Ant-Man gets
security guard,
saved
isn't he?
by the rat.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Hangover. If you think that one, if you don't like that first one, you need to watch the sequels. I want to see your face as you're watching The
Because they're
Hangover Part
worse,
2.
aren't they? Isn't the
Oh
second
my
one just
god.
the first one, except
Yeah,
different?
yeah.
Like
It's
they change the situations ever so slightly.
yeah. Um,
I remember being
isn't
like
Mike
8
Tyson in
years
that
old.
film?
Yeah. They steal his tiger.
Oh, and he punches him. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. I remember being like 8 years old and seeing posters for The Hangover Part 2 and 3 and thinking, whoa, that looks epic.
I think yeah. There's a.
It's no.
I've only watched the first two. But
I've watched the first one. I was not impressed. 1.5 stars.
wow.
It was,
I
yeah.
really did not like The Hangover.
I am not surprised the guy who made that made Joker, to be honest.
It's strangely got the same energy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
There's
it's just,
something about it.
they're both quite depressing.
Yeah.
Like The Hangover is really depressing comedy.
Oh, do you know the one? It's got one of the guys out of National Treasure in it for some reason.
Oh yeah, as the guy who gets
Doug,
really
yeah.
sunburned at the end. Yeah.
And I was really disappointed because I was like, I want to see National Treasure, man. Oh,
Yeah.
man, National Treasure.
That's probably his only other notable role.
He's probably in other stuff. I thought he was the dad in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but he's a completely different actor.
No, but the mum from Diary of a Wimpy Kid is in The Hangover.
Really?
She
Oh,
is.
my God.
You know, Glasses guy.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
his. It's his
Um,
wife. It's the
Head of
my
yeah.
wife. She's awful character.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just obnoxious. I hated
Do you know
it.
it's strange? You know, there is a Joker in that film. In
Oh yeah,
Hangover.
the Lego Movie Joker.
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis.
Oh,
He was quite funny.
I
The bit
always-
where they play poker was funny. Well, it could have been funny if something went wrong, but nothing went wrong.
I always find the baby door thing funny, which is just really dark for some reason.
What bit?
Where he opens the door and just smacks it in the baby's face.
Oh,
He's got him in a papoose. And he just
yeah.
it's so dark, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, the baby.
never
All the bits
expected.
with the baby made me cringe because I was like, ugh.
These
I
men
don't like
should not be
this.
near this baby.
Same energy as that one scene in The Joker.
Yeah.
You know
Isn't-
what
isn't
scene I'm talking
Bradley
about?
Cooper in it?
Yeah, he's the handsome guy.
The handsome guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Ugh.
should we get off The Hangover?
Yeah, because I watched The Big Lebowski after it. And
I feel like those films could be in the same universe for some reason.
that's a comedy I enjoyed a lot more than the previous two. I actually watched it on my phone ages ago,
Yeah.
but I watched it on like the TV on Netflix, and I really enjoyed it a
Oh, it's a
lot
really
more.
funny film.
It was a lot funnier with like my dad and my brother.
Yeah, I often find a good comedy's better in a
Yeah.
crowd.
It was just so ridiculous.
It is like even the bit with the ashes that makes me laugh all the time.
Oh yeah, and the fact that Sully and Randy are in the film of
Yeah.
Monsters Inc.
It's so-
Oh, it's really well written as well.
yeah.
Like it gives off the energy that it was not scripted, but you can tell it was scripted.
It's really weird.
Mm.
What's his name? What's weird is that this film has a sequel not made by the Coen brothers.
Oh yeah, about Jesus.
Yeah. Like
About the Jesus.
it came out recently.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. I'm pretending it doesn't exist
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch
because
it.
it doesn't look any good.
I mean, it's John Turturro, famous for
Transformers.
Transformers and wearing.
And
Undies.
well, he's in other Coen brother movies.
Yeah.
And he's good in them. The Jesus in the movie is like the funniest character.
Yeah, he's one of those like every now and then you get a good side character in a comedy who's usually really
Yeah.
funny, and he's one of them.
Coen brothers do their side characters really well.
I was gonna watch Oh Brother Where Art Thou last night, but
Uh,
I didn't start watching.
I
Have
think-
you watched that?
yeah, I have it on DVD,
Is
and
it
my
any
dad
good?
watched it. My dad watched it recently. And I was kind of watching over
it's
his
interesting
shoulder,
'cause
basically.
isn't it? It's like
Um,
it's basically the Odyssey, right?
It is the Odyssey, except George Clooney is Odysseus.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my
Not
God,
as good as The Big Lebowski, but it is pretty good. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. Okay, the final movie, apart from the one I skipped, is If Beale Street Could Talk.
I've got that on my list.
Yeah,
For a
it's
while.
on. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, is it?
I watched it there. Yeah. It's by the same director as Moonlight,
Okay. Need to watch Moonlight as well.
and yeah, I also need to watch that. It was really, really good.
Was it?
Not like astoundingly good, but it was definitely like I can see why Moonlight would have won Best Picture over La
Yeah.
La Land.
Yeah.
It was really, really well shot and acted.
Yeah, I heard
and-
like the year it came out, if Bill Street, it got snubbed at the Oscars
Yeah,
really badly.
I'm astounded it didn't get anything because the acting was great, the cinematography.
So I remember listen.
Score was
reading reviews at the
amazing.
time. Yeah, I heard the score is amazing. That is.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't want
like
to listen to it
Arrival,
until I've
except
watched the film,
better. It's like the Arrival score, except better, I would say.
though. All right, nice. I might have to give that a watch actually.
Hmm.
Is that all the films you've watched?
I'll go on to the one I skipped.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh, you're the
this
one
is
you
like-
want to talk about a lot. Yeah.
This is the big film. It was ridiculous. Have you heard of the
Big film.
Blues Brothers?
I have heard of it.
I watched the Blues Brothers.
I've got it
it's
on
from
my list.
1980. It's on Netflix right now.
Okay.
It is one of those movies where the people who made it were all high on cocaine the entire time. So it makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Like the story is there are these two blood brothers who one of them goes out of prison and they were used to be in a band
Yeah.
and they want to get the band back together, so they want to get the band back together, but also they're being chased by the police
Okay.
because there's like this ridiculous car chase through like a shopping center where they're just smashing through like a Toys R Us and just obliterating everything, and it's like, how did they get the budget for this? And I researched it, and the car chase, they made it in a warehouse, the
Oh, wow.
entire shopping center, and then they just smashed cars through it.
That sounds like so much fun.
And then it's got like a whole bunch of celebrity cameos.
This just sounds like a
From
live action like
the
Muppets
80s.
movie, man. Sounds sick.
It is, but everybody's on cocaine.
Oh hell yeah! I need to watch this.
Like half the budget or something.
Is there a
They
lot of
had a part of
cameos
the
from
budget.
like? Is there because my
went
favorite
towards-
thing is like cameos of people who I don't know. Is there any of those like really badly aged cameos? Where it's just like
It's got
some
like. I'm trying to look at the
IMDb, just a cast list.
cast list. It's got like Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, just for no reason, and they do a little sing song.
Oh damn! Okay.
And it's got Carrie Fisher in it from Star Wars,
All
and she
right.
turns up every so often,
Yeah.
and
Is she
like
playing herself?
no, she's playing an ex-girlfriend of one of the Blues Brothers,
Okay.
and she turns up and just shoots them with a bazooka, or blows up the hotel they're staying in, or gets an AK
Why
and
did
threatens to
but-
shoot them.
I always thought this was like a serious film.
It is not at all.
Why is this? This is wacky. It's like a wacky film.
It is. Oh,
the
there's
hell?
a bit at the start where they go into a church, and one of them gets glows blue because of the energy in the church, and starts doing backflips down the aisle. And then the entire film, they're saying, we have to get the band back together. We're on a mission from God.
Oh, this sounds like a really fun film.
It's all crazy up till then,
Yeah.
and then there's like the big at the end, a little sing song where they raise all the money for.
Is it a musical then as well?
Yeah, it's half musical, half like car chase,
Yeah.
and occasionally Carrie Fisher turning up and blowing them up for no reason. And like when she does it, they just get up and act as if nothing happened. They do not say a word, and they're just driving around in like some police car. And all this, it's like pretty crazy. But then the end comes,
Yeah.
and you see why it is known for having such a ridiculously high budget, because they get chased by the police, and it's like 50 police cars just like driving down like a motorway and
Yeah.
smashing into each other and rolling down hills, and then they go into the city and they're smashing into buildings and stuff like that. It's just, and then there's like a bit where they go on a unfinished bridge, and then they stop and they almost fall off. They go back, they drive back really fast, and then it cuts, and then they do a backflip in the car, and they land. They start driving, but then they were getting chased by Nazis, because there's Nazis in this film.
Wow.
And the Nazis drive off the unfinished bridge, and then it cuts, and they are falling from like falling. Then it cuts again, and it's even higher somehow, and they're falling again. And then it cuts again, and they just get higher and higher somehow, and they're falling and falling, the Nazis. And one of the Nazis turns to the other Nazi and he's like, "I've always loved you." And they hit the ground, and they make a hole in the ground, and then they get to the bank or whatever.
Yeah.
And they get out and they run, and then like the army and the police and like hundreds and hundreds of people just with guns just turn up. And it's just like, what is going on?
And they're just trying to get the band back together.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I need to watch this
ridiculous.
film. This sounds great.
And it's from 1980, and it's so obvious they were
This
hiring
literally
cocaine the
sounds
entire
like
time.
the 1970s Muppets movie. Which...
It's got the Blues Brothers are Dan Aykroyd
Oh yeah.
from Ghostbusters and John Belushi.
Oh, what a pairing.
John Belushi died 2 years later
Mm.
because of all of the drugs he was taking. Like there's stories of people who worked on the Blues Brothers, and they were like, occasionally John Belushi would just disappear, and we'd find him like in his hotel room, just high out of his mind on cocaine. It's just ridiculous.
Oh my god. Well.
But yeah, what did you watch?
What did I watch? I
Yeah.
watched barely anything. Let me get the stand-ups out the way. So I watched this John Mulaney stand-up, Netflix original.
Which
It was Kid Gorgeous at Radio City. It was pretty cool. I
I've
think
only
Matthew's
watched.
watched it.
Yeah, he was watching John Mulaney. He
Yeah.
didn't watch the that what the cabbage something
The
big
lunch
bunch something.
something
lunch
pack. Yeah,
bunch,
that film. I
yeah.
watched that.
That's the only John Mulaney one I've watched.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I didn't realize how funny he is. He's quite a good stand-up.
I
comic.
always thought he was overrated.
I thought that as well, but like, I don't know. He's got very good showmanship. It's like it feels like he feels like a 1960s like stand-up for some reason. Just
I should probably watch more of him.
watch specifically this one. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It's just good comedy. It's good stand up. And then I watched both I say both. I watched Two by Burnham
Right.
stand ups as well, which are pretty good as well. And Make
Yeah, I
Happy.
tried to watch What recently. I don't know. I couldn't really get into it because I've watched it like times.
I think he's got a very big following, isn't he? A A lot of people
It's
like.
not. I don't think it's aged very well.
No, me neither. I don't think
Um,
there's anything like. There's some jokes where it's just like, ugh, but then it's also like, well, I
yeah,
guess
like
he's
at the
not
very start of what he's like says the F slur for no reason
Yeah.
really,
But
and it's just like, eh.
I know why he's doing it. He's not doing
Yeah,
it in an attacking way. It's like supposed
Yeah,
to
he's
be.
not attacking anyone. Yeah,
But I feel like I've grown out of that kind of comedy where it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, shocking word.
yeah. It's
He
not.
said it.
It's smart, but it's a bit too shocking to
Yeah.
be completely smart.
Like I preferred Make Happy more than What personally.
Mm.
A lot of people said What they find it funnier, which I was kind of like, oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think maybe I overhyped him too much because I have
Yeah,
watched him before.
He is very overhyped.
Yeah.
I think.
I
I do want to watch the movie he made.
want eighth grade. I want to watch that. And I think he's good. He's like when he's made cameos in films and stuff. He's really funny.
Yeah.
Um,
He looks like a very intelligent person.
Oh yeah, like I think Make Happy was pretty clever in a way.
Yeah, they're all very cleverly made. It's just like some of the jokes are a bit. Ugh.
Yeah, and then some of the jokes is too samey in my opinion. Like he just start
Yeah.
a song and then he'll just end it straight away, and they'll be like, oh okay, cool.
Or like most of his songs kind of blur together.
And I found this with the John Mulaney one as well. I really don't like American audiences at comedy stuff.
Yeah.
They laugh at everything.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Literally, there was like point. It just made it. I'm complaining about the audience now, but I don't know. It made it less funny at points because they were just going, yeah,
Yeah, it's like they hadn't heard the joke.
yeah. Sometimes it felt a bit fake, and I was like, oh, okay.
I think my favorite joke in What by Bo Burnham is the one where he does like, video editors, and then it cuts.
Yeah, and then nobody
Because-
laughed in the audience, but I was
Well,
just like, oh,
It's probably because he's just stopped and explained it to them, but that is something for only the viewers at home.
yeah, like an
And you don't
editing
hear the
joke.
obnoxious audience.
No,
That's a really smart joke.
no, actually, sorry, it wasn't just the laughing; it was the clapping.
Oh
like-
yeah. Why are you clapping?
They were clapping like he was just like, "Hey, my dick's big." Everybody laughed and went, "Woo!" And then he just took a 5-second break of not saying any joke, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Why are you clapping for that?" Then it's just, but yeah, pretty good though. I enjoyed them.
Yeah. When you get in the mood for stand-up
Slightly.
comedians, it's always fun.
Slightly overhyped, and then I watched Hamilton twice since the last time I watched it.
Hamilton.
One, I watched one watched it by myself once, and then I watched it with my mum, and then I watched it with my grandparents. All pretty good.
I kind of want to
times.
watch it. I've not heard any of the songs from Hamilton. I
Um,
know next to nothing about it, really.
It's pretty good. I've said this before. I'm just gonna move on from it. I like it quite a bit. Maybe, but I think if you, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Meh.
Is it another overhyped thing?
It's not overhyped because it's really good, but it's a bit like there's certain TV shows where the
Yeah.
fandom is slightly too much sometimes. And I did
I feel
music
like,
theatre in college, and
Did everybody just love Hamilton then?
yeah, and it was slightly too much because it was a bit like, oh, you don't have to be singing the same songs all the time.
I feel like Hamilton kind of overshadows the entirety of theatre at the moment.
It does. There's, I don't know. There's something about it. I think, especially the original cast, everybody is like phenomenal in this one recording for some reason.
Yeah.
And the weakest link is Lynn. But
Have you seen that meme where he's like biting his
biting
lip?
his lip, and I was just
It's
like,
so funny to me. It's hysterical.
I really want to. Part of me's thinking, oh, that's just a random screenshot someone took because he accidentally bought his lip.
No, there are hundreds of pictures of him like that.
I don't know. He's really cringy for some reason to me.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Lin-Manuel, he's really cringy. He's
but
talented, but
he
cringy as
doesn't.
hell.
Yeah, but he doesn't ruin Hamilton because he's good.
Mm.
Um,
I listened to a podcast by the McElroy brothers.
yeah,
It's like one of their recent ones, and he's in it.
yeah.
And it's just really funny because they are basically making fun of him the entire time.
I feel like as well he kind of overshadows, like, everybody talks about him. When they talk about Hamilton, like, oh yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda, amazing, but like literally everybody else is way better. Especially I like Daveed Diggs a lot now. I want to see him.
Yeah,
in more
I've heard a
stuff.
lot about him.
He's fantastic.
I listened to a few of his songs yesterday.
Yeah.
On Clipping. And
Um,
Blind Spotting is amazing.
Oh, I was tempted to put it on my favorites list. I really like that film for some reason.
Yeah.
But
I need to watch it again.
Yeah, I need. Leslie Odom Jr., who has not done anything in acting recently, but I want to. You just want to see more of some of the people in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was It's good.
Jonathan Groff in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he's pretty good as well. Like, for the role he gets as just basically the Olaf character of the thing, where he just makes a joke every now and then.
But he plays Kristoff. What do you mean?
Yeah.
At least Josh Gad is in it.
Oh, but it was very funny when I was watching it with my mum, and you could see Jonathan Groff's spits just
I'd heard about
dribble
it.
down, and it was the song's funny, so we were both laughing, and as soon as that happened, we just went, "Oh, okay," and it was just
really-
silence for a bit.
He really got into it.
Yeah, and it was like,
Are
oh,
there
wow.
pauses for like audience laughter? Don't they pause sometimes for that?
Yeah, because it is a live recording, but it's not jarring. It is very long though. I did feel the length on the third time round watching it, but I think because
So,
there's a lot of the songs.
Would you
are just
recommend
like,
taking a break in the middle, like you should?
take a 30-minute break in the middle, but I think there's enough bangers. Like, it feels like a really good rap album, and there's so many good like bangers where you're just like, oh, I can't wait to listen to that song. It just keeps you intrigued, I guess. But yeah,
If only I had Disney Plus.
if only the overpriced Disney Plus for the content you get on there. Yeah, but that's Hamilton. I spent way too much time on Hamilton. Okay,
It's the Hamilton episode.
I have got back into anime after
Oh, hell yeah.
months. Hell yeah, Josh. Hell yeah.
I forgot to mention I watched like half of Ponyo
Ponyo.
by Studio Ghibli.
Is this Fish Girl movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched
I
that.
missed the first 40 minutes and I left when like the last 30 minutes. What happened?
All right. Well,
It looked alright.
yeah, I think there's the Studio Ghibli films, they just have such a high bar.
Their animation is always good.
Yeah. But yeah, the two I watched were Weathering with You and
Never heard of
The
it.
Anthem of the Heart. I want to start The Anthem of the Heart because I've got not much to say about it. It's basically a rip-off Studio Ghibli movie,
Ooh.
but good.
Still,
It's kind of good. I
So,
can't
like-
work out if I like it or not.
do they copy it, but like it's good because they copy it?
I don't know. Like, when I say rip-off, like, it's like they got one aspect. It's like the, like I said last time, it's the, real world, but there's a magical aspect in it. At a point.
Yeah.
So the whole plot is this girl sees something bad happen, and because she's a tattletale, she gets in her family into trouble and ruins her life, basically. And then one day this magical egg prince says, oh, I'm going to make a deal with you to save your life and not ruin everybody around you. I'm going to make it so you can't talk anymore. And the whole plot is she can't talk. And
Sounds very vaguely like Howl's Moving Castle.
yeah, and she gets put into a school musical, Josh. But she
Oh,
can't sing.
Oh no!
Oh no.
What's she gonna do?
She
Is there like
sings.
some?
Because she
hijinks?
finds out that she falls in love with a guy, and her singing is allowed now, basically.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not doing this any justice, but it's just I don't.
Is the animation like Ghibli?
No.
Okay.
The reason I watched it is because I've watched a lot of anime TV shows like
Yeah.
a long time ago, and this was made by one of the people who made one of my favorite ones. So
Okay.
I was like, okay, they've made a movie, let me watch it. And I think the reason I don't like it as much is it's kind of just the same thing, but reskinned in a way.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if it was like a first time watch for me, I'd really like it, but I don't know, it just felt really just generic, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it before. And then Weathering with You. So I really like the film Your Name.
Yeah.
I know you haven't
Is it the
watched
same
it.
people?
This is I've watched the other directors' films as well. Your Name's probably the best one. The others are like, eh. But yeah, this is the film he made right after it, basically. And
Okay.
the selling point, which they said in the trailers, was that it's the exact same kind of animation. The animation in that film is like amazing animation.
Yeah.
And it was I heard rumors that it was a sequel to Your Name.
Is it?
When I watched, technically no. So spoilers for this film.
Okay.
The two main characters from Your Name, the ending of that film, they meet up after forgetting each other's memories. It's hard to explain.
Oh, I vaguely know the plot.
And in this one, they make cameos in it as older versions of those characters, but they don't know each
Okay.
other.
So it is an alternate universe.
Alternate universe.
Same universe.
Yeah, it's like another dimension of it. And the plot is
Okay.
there's this girl, it's constantly raining in Japan, and this girl can stop the rain.
Ah.
And it ends with Tokyo being flooded. It's a very depressing ending. And it was just not really that good. It was really...
Was it just depressing?
It was really depressing. Like, the whole ending part is like... The main... The climax of the film is, oh, this girl has powers, she can stop the rain. But to stop the rain forever, to stop bad weather,
Yeah.
she has to sacrifice herself. And this
And she doesn't want to do it, does she?
no, she does do it. She does it. She successfully does it, saving the world. And this boy who has a crush on her is like, I don't want that. I want her back. And it's supposed to be all emotional. And he goes back to save her in this water world, and takes her back. But the consequence of that is that it's constantly raining in the world forever, and like Japan is flooded completely. People are like on boats all the time now, and it's so depressing. I just felt so dead inside. I was like, oh, this is not wholesome.
Is the animation good at least?
The animation was beautiful.
Okay.
It was amazing. I was just like, whoa, this looks great. But yeah, I was very disappointed with it.
Sounds it.
And
Especially
then,
since you like Your Name so much.
yeah, and then the last film I watched recently was a documentary called Three Identical Strangers.
Oh, isn't that about like long lost brothers?
It's about three people who are triplets, but they got separated at birth, and they accidentally, like, randomly meet at a college. All at the same
three of them?
time. Yep, at the same time, they're like, whoa, you look like me.
It's like the Spider-Man meme.
But it's really interesting. I don't want to say I liked it a lot, because I gave it 3 stars out of 5.
Okay.
It's a
Is it an interesting story, bad
It's-
documentary?
interesting story. It's the pacing's really bad,
Okay.
and some of the way they decided to tell the story was just a bit messy.
Okay.
But it's worth the watch just to see this true story, because it's all,
Okay.
it starts off all like really wholesome and happy, and it just gets It gets dark, like so dark,
Okay.
and it's all like American conspiracy theories about experiments on triplets and stuff, and it was like, what?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but it's an interesting one, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't that good. So that's my.
Okay.
I don't know. I've basically have I been happy with any of the things I've watched recently? Not really, unless it's been a rewatch. I haven't watched anything new that much.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been very
You've not found a new favorite film in the past 2 weeks.
no, not at all.
Shame.
I'm angry. No,
Angry.
angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we do the questions now?
Yeah, let's do the questions. Do you want to bring them up? I haven't actually looked at any
I will
of them.
bring them up. I forgot the password to our account, so
Should we say it
I
like
can't
that?
get. Yeah, no, I'll just look it up from my account.
Alright.
Filming tomorrow, July 13th. Matthew says, "What if I got Matthew to say the question out loud?"
That would be pretty funny.
Matthew, remember your question from ages ago?
Yeah.
Read it out loud.
Hey!
That's
Speaking
for your
into the
ear, Matthew.
Oh, my. What would you do if you got no questions?
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you. That was cool from Matthew. What would I do if we got no questions? That's a good question.
We would not have a question section, I think.
I mean,
Dive
I would
shame.
probably say, "Hey, Josh, should we make up some questions and pretend like we don't?"
I could just interrogate some people like, "Hey, we got no
Questions
questions.
now.
Give me a question, please."
I mean, the simple answer is no. We just wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but thank you, Matthew.
thanks for the question, Matthew. Next question.
Fine Mushroom asks, "What Minecraft biome would you choose to live in?" And that's a good question. Especially for me, who I don't really like Minecraft.
Damn.
Well, I don't play it because it bores me.
Yeah, I don't like
know
it.
it's
I get incredibly.
I know
bored
it's a good
now.
game, but like I don't like fighting monsters.
You
in
don't like
Minecraft.
fighting. What? Does it scare you?
I don't like high stress games, and that is high stress for me. You know, I almost cried when I played the tutorial of Dark Souls 2 because it was so high stress for me.
I just get angry. But wow. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That's why Animal Crossing is the best game ever.
You can't. Wow, you're gonna enjoy Shadow of the Colossus then. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least try to not cry. at
It's
Shadow
gonna
of the
be the next
Colossus.
episode. You'll be like, I just can't handle it.
I'll power through it. But back to the question. The jungle biome, I guess, because it's pretty funky.
I don't know, man. Jungle biome's just. I get lost in there. I would
Lost in
just.
the south.
I would just fault trip over on all the trees and stuff.
Yeah, but if I was in Minecraft, it would be fun because I could build a house on top of the trees.
See, Minecraft would be painful in real life because you'd have to just punch with your fists. Imagine trying to break
Yeah.
a real tree with your fist. Ow.
Imagine fighting a skeleton with your bare fist.
And it keeps shooting arrows at you. If it shot one arrow at me, I'd be done. I'd just be
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm good. We're not fighting
Bye.
anymore. God. But I don't know what. I'd probably be boring. I would just be in some grassland, little forest
Yeah.
on my right, maybe like a nice waterfall on the left.
If I could get the coal,
Like
maybe I'll
simple
just live in a
things.
cave.
Live in a cave with all the mobs.
Yeah. If I can get like light.
See,
I'll be
I think
fine.
I would get really bored living there in real life.
Yeah, because like there's not much to do in Minecraft,
Yeah.
even though they keep updating it.
Yeah.
It's just grinding until you fight a big dragon, and then you keep just building
You
stuff.
just build more. You just go back to what you did before you did the dragon.
And if you're like me, who cannot build, it's not that fun.
Fair enough.
I think my most enjoyable Minecraft time was when I was downloading like obscene amounts of mods, and just like I could have a fridge in Minecraft now, or I could be Batman or the Flash.
It's the idea
And I-
of having these things.
Yeah, I got tons of like Sims mods for Minecraft,
Nice.
so you could get like a Minecraft girlfriend. I like broke a laptop because I played Minecraft so much as the Flash. It's yeah.
The funniest thing I've ever had on a mod in a game was Skyrim, and the what mod? It was the My Little Pony mod. It just turns all the dragons into My Little Ponies, and it was really funny because they would just fly across the sky. It's beautiful.
Oh, I actually tried to play Skyrim like a few days ago.
It is
I
not
made it-
aged well.
I made a character. I went into that building you go into, you know,
Hmm.
and then I didn't even get into the caves. I just switched it off. I was like, eh.
The funniest part of that game for me is literally just creating a new character and then playing for 5 minutes.
My character, I can't even. Mine was called like Barth the Runt.
Ooh, that's a nice name.
I just wanted to make a very disgusting character.
Yeah.
I think I deleted my 6 months of progress,
Wow.
but it's not like I played it in 6 months.
The thing is, the furthest I got was up to, I think I killed like 2 dragons, and then I was just like, mods. And it just ruins the
think
game because you're overpowered.
Because I have it on the PS3. I killed a big boy dragon, and then I was like, okay. And then I went into like that bit with all the dwarves. Got too hard for me, and I stopped.
Fair enough. I think, yeah, the controls in it are just not
And the AI is scary.
so scary. I mean, the spiders still freak me out in that game for some reason. But
Oh, yeah, my friend who introduced me to the game,
yeah.
we had like a sleepover, and he brought his Xbox with Skyrim on it, and he played while we just stared like, oh, this game looks awesome.
I think
He
it's one of
has
those games. It's fun to
arachnophobia.
watch sometimes. Like watch someone
Yeah.
else play it.
If you play it with someone and you just watch it, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But he had like arachnophobia, and he was like, oh, these spiders, they're scary, man.
Yeah. I think it feels very empty as well. Even though you got so
Yeah.
much space,
It's so dense, but
there's just
It's-
nothing there.
all the characters are really badly written.
Yeah.
They look creepy as hell. Like, especially the children.
Yeah. And you can't kill the children, which is it's not realistic, is it?
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo, can't kill kids.
Yeah. How have we got to this from
We talked about
what
lots of gaming, so-
microbiome we want to live in? We've got 2 questions left.
Just do these questions. Come on, let's go.
Little Goblin asks, does the Buddy Talk podcast have a fandom name?
I think we
And that's a
answered
good-
that. didn't
Yeah. But like, we'll probably do a poll in a few days.
we? The
Ask
buddy
him.
doms. Ugh.
Ugh, no, let's not
It
say
sounds
that.
gross.
And Nat says Black Lives Matter asks, what are some random things that make you guys happy?
Oh wow.
Wholesome question.
Very awesome question.
Having a nice nap, going for a nice walk, hearing a nice song.
You like 30 or something? Oh yes. It's not 30.
Oh, yes.
That's really that's older than 30, you know, boys. Let me think. What makes me seeing the sunset from my window, just the colours in the sky, you know.
Waking up to the sunrise and
No,
eating
honestly,
my raisin
no,
bran.
waking up and seeing the light blue in the sky at
Yeah.
4 a.m. is kind of nice.
I have not woken up at 4 a.m. for months.
I just stayed up till 4 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And that was like, I was just like, oh, look at the sky.
And you passed out.
Yeah, pretty much. I just think what makes me happy.
When my Animal Crossing villager says hi.
That is pretty cool when they come over to you and say hi rather than you
Yeah.
going to them. To be
And
fair.
when they like send you letters, they're
Yeah.
pretty cool. Bit generic, but they're pretty cool.
I'd say I like going to I like going out.
Yeah.
I like going out and seeing stuff, like seeing a show or something. That's cool.
Yeah, like just
like an
going out,
event.
even just like
Going out, having a meal, and then having an event after the meal or before the meal.
when we went to the pantomime that one time, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but just like it was just.
My favorite thing to do
night
used
out.
to be just going to the high street and wandering about and then buying a book. To the
Yeah,
end.
I do enjoy like going somewhere thinking I'm not gonna get something nice and then getting something nice. You know, just going and getting something from
like-
shops.
I can't really do that anymore.
No. I mean,
I have
unless
to wait a bit.
yeah, but I'll probably wait
I could.
longer than a
I
bit
don't
now.
think. Yeah. I have met up with friends a few times. That's very fun.
Yeah, same.
But like, kind of dangerous.
Kinda. Yeah, it's not like there's a pandemic.
What, pandemic? Never heard of her.
Huh. Wow. That was a good one. Is that all for questions then?
From July 13th, and today is July 21st.
Wow.
That's
Really
when we
answered
filmed
those
this,
questions
guys.
quick.
So if Aaron puts this out 2 weeks late, you will know because I've just said the date.
They're just all going, we want our questions answered.
Imagine you ask a question on Buddy Talk, and it takes a month.
It's probably
answer.
happened before. I feel like it has happened.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, we need to when it's safe to, we should film properly, because we need doing the structure of having a film in the middle is fun. We need to.
Yeah, always fun. We could do that here, but I don't think I have the time to do that at the moment. I need like to go out for a day.
Yeah. Also, like it's very difficult. From where I were to get to you, a lot of trains get cancelled here as well, so I'd have to get lifts and stuff. Very fun stuff.
But I think I still know the route from the station to your house.
Yeah. Well,
Probably.
see what happens, I guess.
Yep.
Social distance as well.
Have to.
There we go. Can wear a mask as well. Nice.
Oh, mask Buddy Talk. Definitely the audio will be better if we're wearing masks.
Yeah. We can call it Buddy Talk unmasked, but we'll wear masks. Because.
Buddy Talk's masked.
But nobody calls things masked, they say unmasked, you know.
No, but that's the joke.
Oh, there we go. Very
All
well
Buddy
done.
Talk unmasked.
Unmasked,
So,
but we'll
yeah.
still wear mask. Wow.
Because, yeah, that unmasked means mask.
Nice.
This is the worst ending to a
This is the
podcast.
worst. No, I
ever.
don't think it's the worst. It's the second worst.
It was so much worse than. Well, I would say when Matthew was on, that was the worst ending to a podcast ever.
Do you remember the endings? Like,
No.
I don't remember the endings. You're just saying, Matthew.
I'm just making eye contact with Matthew and kissing him.
Oh, well, let's wrap it up. Thank you for. I feel like we should plug some stuff. Hey, you know our Twitter's in the description. Go follow the Twitter. Unless you're family
Follow.
members, then don't do that.
Please don't.
Please don't.
But
Um,
my alternate account as well. Josh's second account.
yeah, it's the alternate one. Should do that. Subscribe to my
difference between
YouTube channel. Subscribe to
accounts.
this one. We never say subscribe.
Subscribe, like,
We should also say watch because we're having that problem as well.
please.
Please
keep
watch.
watching. You guys didn't really watch last episode.
what was
I don't
up
think
with
we didn't
that?
notice.
It's fine, you know. We can let it go for 1 week. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you watch this one.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they watch this or not. We just get views from them clicking on for a second. So
Yeah. It's
if you
not
don't like
we're
it,
doing this for
watch
the
it.
views.
Still, unless you really don't like us. Let's end it now.
Okay. Yeah. Let's finish it.
Yeah, let's finish it. Thank you for watching. I've tapped out, so there's no point talking anymore. Goodbye.